Hey guys, guess what we're doing today? We're vacuuming the living room floor. No, we're going to change our oil today on our 2009 Jeep Patriot Sport with a 2.4 liter four-cylinder engine. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, here's some of the things I'm going to use to change the oil with on this 2009 Jeep Patriot Sport, okay, with a 2.4 liter four-cylinder engine, okay? I got my cobalt socket set here, and we'll need the 13 millimeter socket to remove the plug from the oil pan, and we're also going to use an extension on that. Okay, I got my funnel here so I don't spill any oil on the engine when I'm putting the new oil back in. We have our oil filter wrench, which fits on the end of the socket, okay? And depending upon what vehicle you do this on, depends upon the size that you're going to need. So make sure you check your manual and see what you need. Wicks oil filter. I really like these oil filters. They're a lot cheaper than like Fram and everything. And I have had the guy at our vehicle maintenance department where I work, they've mentioned how they don't trust Fram because they've had issues with Fram filters in the past. So I use a Wicks, and I've had good luck with them in the past. The current one on here, I believe, is a Wicks also. And then of course, I got my high mileage conventional oil. It's 520 weight, so got 5 quarts of this. We're not going to need the full 5 quarts, maybe about 4.5 to fill it up. And let's see, other than that, I got one of these to put the oil in as I'm draining it. And also, even though I got this Jeep up on ramps, I'm also going to take these jack stands, these 3-ton jack stands, and prop them underneath here, just because the ramps are a little older. They're in great condition, but you know, I'd rather be extra careful than not enough. You know what I mean? All right. So, and I got these at Harbor Freight, really good deal. So it's pretty good. And all right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, first thing that I want to do is I want to take the plug on top of the engine where we pour the oil into. What I want to do is loosen it so that air can go through, so it'll drain a lot better. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go. I've pre-loosened it, and that's what you do. You just go ahead and undo that a bit, and I'm just going to set it down like this so that air can go through. Okay, now let's go ahead and take the drain plug off, okay? All right, I'm going to take you guys down underneath here. I'm using the Hero Pro 3 camera. I hope the lighting's going to be good enough, but I'm going to take you guys down there and hopefully show you everything that I'm doing, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys. All right, we're underneath the Jeep right now, and let me show you where the drain plug is underneath. All right, I hope we're getting a good shot here, okay? All right, let's see here. Can you guys see that here? This is the drain plug right here, and this is the 13 millimeter, which of course this goes there. So we're going to go ahead and loosen it, and we'll move the camera a little bit further out so we don't get it all oily, because I hate for that to happen. All right. All right, here we go. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Oh, okay. All right. All right, here comes the oil, I think. And there we go with the oil. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let her drain. And so far, that's turning out to be less of a mess than I thought it would be. Just got a little used oil on my hands, nothing major. And then once we're done with this, oh shoot, I'll show you guys how to go ahead and change out the filter, which is right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll show you here in a minute. Now this takes a few minutes to drain, and it's that slow trickle that drives me nuts. I just wish it could all be quickly done, but we want to make sure it all comes out. And then when we do the oil filter also will probably leak quite a bit of oil. That's why I want to do this first, get most of the oil out of the engine, and hopefully it won't be such a mess with that either. Okay. There's all the oil. Black Gold Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Scott was No, I'm not a millionaire. Anyways. Alright guys, right underneath there, that black, what kind of looks round thing there, that is the oil filter. We're going to take that out next. As soon as the oil finishes draining and we just get a couple drips, we'll put the plug back in. Alright guys, it looks like it's done draining. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up around that hole real good, and then we'll take this and put it back in, put the drain plug back in and tighten it. Okay, you want to tighten this as well as you can, but you don't want to make it too tight, because I don't know if you guys have ever had it done at oil change places, but they use those air guns to loosen and tighten, and well, they make it too loose, too tight. So sometimes you want to ask them not to do that. So now me, I try and get it as that good as I can. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys see that or not well enough, but I hope so, seeing that it's in a wide angle lens. Alright, now let's do the oil filter. Alright guys, I hope you can see the oil filter there. That's one we're going to take off, and we're going to use this oil filter wrench. And right now it's on tighty, so we're going to make it on loosey. Hey, loosey. Okay. Alright, before I do that though, I want to go ahead and move this camera, okay? And we're going to make sure we got the drain pan here. Alright, here we go. Okay, I think it's coming off now. Yes, it is. Okay. Had to turn it a little to the side. Okay, I'm gonna get in the water. Okay, well, this is actually a Mopar oil filter, because I think I got a good deal on a dealership change. So, of course, this is a good oil filter too, but she did not want to come off, did she? Oil's still warm. Okay. All right. Let me put this down here like that for now, and let's get ready to put the oil filter in. So to do that, I'm gonna have to move the camera around, because right now I'm using the oil filter and box for a camera stand. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, now here's the oil filter. It's a Wix. Ooh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some good oil, okay, and I'm going to rub it along the edge here, on the rubber seal in here, kind of give it a good tight seal. Last time, on my video I did on changing the oil a couple years ago, I used to use the oil, and a couple people like to rip me a new one. So I'm going to make sure I do it the proper way. All right. So just put a little around there and everything. And then we'll go ahead and get it set. Not set, but we'll go ahead and put this back on, okay? Right now I got to hold the camera, so if it shakes, I'm sorry about that, but this was my camera stand. So we're going to go ahead and put this one back in, okay? Let's see if I can get a good shot here without dropping it in the spent oil. Okay, there it is. Okay, we can just come up here. Oops, sorry. Okay, what I'm doing is just twisting it on until it's finger tight. Okay, and there she is. All right. So now we'll take our trusty oil filter wrench. And sorry guys, let me go ahead and get this done and I'll come back to you, okay? Okay, now let's go ahead and put the oil. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm doing this because it looked like for a minute there that oil was coming out and pouring over the engine. I couldn't tell with this cover, so I just want to be sure that the oil stays inside. It didn't come out, but I just wanted to be sure. All right, guys. I had to step away for a minute because some friends popped by. All righty. That's about it. I'm going to not put all of it in there until I check the oil levels and everything, because this is 5 quarts and I know this takes a little over 4 quarts, so I don't want to put the whole thing in there yet. So I may have put about 4.5 in. I'm just going to double check it after I take it off the ramps and everything, and let the engine run for a minute, and then we'll check it and see. All right, so let's get busy. I got it down off the ramps and everything. I did something silly. The cap here that covers where you put the oil cap, I was popping this back on and I wasn't holding on good enough to that, and this cap fell back behind the engine, so it took me about 10 minutes to figure out where it was and how to get it out of there without doing any damage to me or the engine. So okay guys, just to make it a little easier, I took the top off the engine, just a little cover, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and check the oil level and make sure it's okay, because I don't want to have too much oil, because then the engine will smoke and that's not good, and I don't want to have too little, because then it won't lubricate the engine properly. So we'll go ahead and check it. I'll pull out the dipstick, wipe it real good, put it back in there. Okay, and then pull it back out and we'll take a look here and see. Let's see here. Oil's right up to there. It's not in the safe mark exactly, so we're going to put some more oil in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now let's check the oil one more time. Okay, now she's up to here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Right about here. There's some oil dripping down from the top there, but it was right about here. So I think we're good. All right, guys, let me go ahead and finish putting everything together, get the trunk closed, and I'll tell you some of my closing thoughts on this, okay? Okay, we're finished changing the oil, and I hope this helped anyone out there who's looking at changing oil on a Jeep Patriot. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions in the past regarding whether or not this will be the same for 2010 or 2014 or 2012 Jeep Patriot. As far as I know, and you need to check your manual, they're using the same engine, okay? 2.4 liter is what this engine is. I don't have a 2.0, it's a 2.4 liter, 172 horsepower. I believe it's the same engine. It's been a very reliable engine for Chrysler, and it's been a great engine for us. It really has. It's wonderful. But check your manual. The procedure should be the same, for all other Jeep Patriot models. And if you guys have any other questions or comments, please put them below. I'd love to hear from you guys and everything. And what I'll do is I'll put a card. Actually, you know what? I'll at the end of this video, I'll have a video thing that'll take you to our playlist of the No Budget Homestead Garage. Okay, and that's where I put all the videos where I'm working on our Jeep or other type of motors and things like that. Anything kind of mechanical like that, I put it on the garage playlist. Okay. Let's see. Other than that, one thing I can recommend is before you get started, make sure you got all the right tools. Okay. I noticed when I got started here, I didn't have the 13 millimeter for the drain plug in my Cobalt set. I forgot I lost it, but thankfully, being in my dad's shed, I was able to find a 13 millimeter Craftsman socket that fit my 3/8 inch socket set. Also, guys, just to let you know, you can go to our Amazon store and you can see the same type of filters that I use. I believe I have the Wix filter up there, an air filter, even the rear wiper blade, which sometimes is hard to find on an 09 Jeep Patriot because it's a 10-inch wiper blade, not an 11-inch like most of the other Patriot models. So you can get that stuff there. I mean, you're going to pay the same price if you go through our store or if you go straight through Amazon. So I really appreciate it if you go to our Amazon store, and you can see that on our main YouTube page. Just look for the Amazon icon, little A, in the upper right hand corner, which I think is one of these two corners here. And you know, so that would help us out a lot. So please do that. And if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. It really does help Little Man and I out. And don't forget to click the little bell. When you click subscribe, there'll be a little bell. If you click that bell, you get notifications also every time we release a video, okay? And other than that, we're on Twitter. Go ahead and check us out on Twitter. Anytime I upload a video, I also tweet it. And sometimes if I see something of interest or something kind of short and quick to say, I'll do it through Twitter. So go ahead and check our Twitter feed. Look for, oh, what did I call it? I think it's the No Budget Homestead. And if you look in the description below, you'll see a link to our Twitter feed also. So anyways, guys, I'm babbling on long enough. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please put them below. We'd love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all have a simply unbelievable day. God bless you. And remember, if you do it yourself, you can save a lot of money. Okay? We'll see you guys on the next video.